Back to my channel, it's Christy here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you don't know your Moon and Rising sign, Scorpio, there is a link in the description box where you can find out your whole birth chart. And that way, for additional information for the week, you can always check out your Moon and Rising sign readings on top of your Sun sign reading today. So we are reading for Scorpio for the week of August 22nd to August 29th. I'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle Tarot for a 3-card spread today. We're looking at a central issue, the cause or influence of that central issue, and a probable outcome card, in addition to the bottom of the deck card for general energy for the week. And then, as always, drawing from the Healing with the Angels Tarot and the Medicine card Tarot for additional information. This is a general reading, so whatever is most prominent in your life this week, Scorpio, please apply these messages to, and hopefully you find them helpful and healing. Whatever doesn't apply to you, feel free to disregard. So what does Scorpio need to know? All right, so let's get that pile back in the deck here and get 2 more jumpers. What does Scorpio need to know? All right, so these flipped up together. I am going to take them, and of course, we will do bottom of the deck for general energy. Let's get an idea of what's going on here, generally speaking, with regard to all the cards together before looking at them individually. I'm going to treat the addition to the 3rd card here as an influence on the 3rd card and not its own position in the spread this week. So, Scorpio, what's going on? Somebody is interested in making changes. Somebody is resistant to making changes. Somebody knows changes are necessary. Somebody is, and I'm speaking of you, my sweet, sweet Scorpio. I'm just being playful. Somebody is willing to take a look at what the changes are, and they're willing to be honest with themselves, and you know that you have what it takes to make these profound changes in your life. I see that you might have to go through one more thing, or one more problem or conflict or concern or issue show itself first. That's what I'm seeing here. Again, as a general reading, whatever is most prominent this week to you, it could be travel, it could be the arts, it could be you're studying in school, it could be a romance. So whatever that issue is in your life is what I encourage you to apply this to. I don't think this is going to touch every part of your life, but yeah, in a significant way, this will be touching a specific issue for you this week. There's something you're willing to dismantle. You're really more ready than you're giving yourself credit for. You know you have what it takes. You can ask for help anytime, but you might be waiting for the other shoe to drop, or you've already taken this first step and you're sort of anticipating the other shoe dropping, which is, in my view, kind of hijacking your faith in yourself. Okay, so let's look at why I'm saying what I'm saying here. In the general energy card for the week is chaos and conflict. If this weren't here, for example, and this were upside down and I were strictly looking here, I would say that you're fully en route, you have nothing tripping you up, and the outcome looks marvelous for you with no conflict. This is suggesting that the energy surrounding this evolution for yourself, which you're involved with anyway, is going to create either external or internal conflict, or you could be, like I said, waiting for that other shoe to drop, waiting for, another way to frame that is Self-fulfilling prophecy is another way to frame the chaos and conflict card in terms of a general energy, okay? This is essentially touching all of these cards, is the way I'm reading it. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a break this week. Maybe if you need to step back from something that you find overarchingly difficult or is causing conflict or is causing anxiety, and you can afford to step away from it for a little while, perhaps this week is the week to do it. If you think that you want to plow through it and you are knowledgeable that this is what's going on, that you expect this type of thing, but you're willing to plow through it anyway and you anticipated this, then continue. Okay, Scorpio? I mean, you're probably one of the more significantly self-preservation signs is what I'm trying to say in terms of self-preservation. Yes, you'll protect everyone else, even at the expense of yourself. However, you consider your own self just as important, and you'll protect yourself as well. So yeah, if you do find you're meeting up with chaos and conflict this week, just remember that it could be part of the process, and just remember that it could also be things that you expect to happen, and therefore there is a self-fulfilling prophecy involved. I'm not sure how heavy either of those are. I think that those do become personal matters for you, depending on what type of person you are and the rest of your chart, and certainly what's going on individually in each of your lives. It could be also a theme that you need to move through this week, okay? With a little bit of if you can do this while being gentle to yourself and while acknowledging this is part of the process, you're probably going to be able to get through it without taking a step back for too long, Scorpio. So in the central position, this represents you. This is breathe. This shows me that you are knowledgeable of changes that need to be made, or situation that needs to be undone or solved or polished or edited somehow in your life. This is a Zen, okay? This is a Zen angel. It's a Zen position. There's actually like blue daisies all around her. She's got wings, and of course those are bubbles. So we're dealing with a lot of peace, with a lot of either commitment to peace or an affiliation to, or this is you feel called to this. You feel called to bringing yourself peace of mind, generous energy, taking a breather, being zen about situations, maybe even looking for the humor, or finding, as opposed to a victim viewpoint, which is why me, a learning viewpoint, which is how did this happen, or what can I learn from it? This is an evolution, okay, for you, which is why you may not be pulling back from this so readily, and it may be part and parcel of the evolution here to get through something. This is going to be seen as a challenge for you, or within a relationship with somebody else. But like I mentioned, it could very well be part and parcel of the evolution here. So I wouldn't necessarily avoid any chaos and conflict this week. I just feel that if this is touching everything and it's overwhelming and not helpful, maybe put it away for a short period of time and come back to it when you have more wherewithal, or when you have more strength to get through this. But certainly the agenda here from where you sit right now is a sense of calm. You're willing to do or behave or act or say, act in a way or say things that are helpful. This is your motivation this week. In what is influencing this or causing this current situation is building blocks. And this is why I mentioned you are eager to switch something up. You're eager to change things. If nothing else, you're definitively organizing what does and doesn't work for you, what has led you to the place that you are now, and how, why, or even if you're going to deconstruct that, or if you're willing to deconstruct that. And this could be where some of the conflict itself is coming from. Maybe you've changed so much over X amount of months or years, where something that was working for you that you absolutely identified with, even that felt like every fiber of your soul was involved in, you're now putting to the test. You're now seeing, does this represent me anymore? Is this who I want to be? Really questioning and discovering where it is you want to be now, what you're willing to do to get it, and what you're willing to do to let go of it, what you're willing to give up to let go of it. And then with the loyal heart as your probable outcome card, this is where I know that you have higher consciousness happening. You're definitely being called in a specific direction. You definitely want better things for yourself. You are being led to the heart, by the heart. There is a certain royalty that's going on here. And of course, with the 2 barn owls, we're always looking at issues of wisdom. I know that you have what is considered in your sign to be the phoenix, okay? There are 2 animals, believe it or not, associated with this sign of Scorpio, which is rather rare. Not all signs have this. But we have what is called the lower or the unevolved symbolism for the sign Scorpio, which is the scorpion. And of course, the higher evolved animal, which is associated with Scorpio, is the eagle. This is where I consider you manifesting these goals this week is a higher power, a higher consciousness. You're willing to become that eagle, but it is true. Some significant changes must be met or challenged here. And it is a process, right? The whole thing is a process. So please keep that in mind and be generous with yourself about that. I'm going to read the leg up. It jumped out with the loyal heart here. I'm going to suggest that resources are available to you. So if you need help in this process, whatever that means to you right now this week, Scorpio, please reach out because help is available to you this week. Is it financial? Yep. Is it emotional? Yep. Is it psychological? Yes. Physical? Yes. However you interpret getting help this week or asking for assistance this week with regard to this theme, I do think that you're going to find it readily, easily. Always keep in mind that this could mean people who are no longer on this planet. They could be people who inspire you, who are no longer living. They could be your own ancestors. They could be your favorite authors. Regardless, whoever you feel you can turn to with regard to this, please do so. Let someone help you at this time if you'll let them. Ideas and inspiration is one of your additional cards here. And no joke, Scorpio. We've got building blocks and ideas and inspiration. Well, yeah, 100%, my dear. We have a lot of significant changes here that you, like I said at the start, are willing to confront, undo, unpack, etc. Really get to the heart of why you would say or do affiliate yourself with certain things or people or processes or ideologies or beliefs, what have you. This is really going to guide themes this week, ideas and inspiration. But again, just be assured here that they don't have to be in conflict. They don't have to be chaotic. If you find that they are really, like I said, give yourself a break from them. But if this is one part of getting to the next level, and perhaps you even need it, right? There could be a specific complacency that's occurring here or has occurred over the past several weeks for your Scorpio. If you do feel complacent in this at all and you feel like you're not growing as fast as you like, this could be the universe saying, okay, you know what? We're going to help you out and we're going to make things a little more spicy. If that's what's going on, it could be for the highest good. It could be a little bit of a fire under your butt. It could be a little bit of a kick in the kindest way. I don't mean abusive. Like a playful kind of like, get out of here, like that type of thing. This could be internal as well. You could be conflicted internally and have to come to terms with something here. But please remember that the loyal heart and a leg up really do mean that ideas and inspiration are necessary at this time. Look to someone else, alive or deceased, it doesn't matter, who has done what you currently want to achieve, and use them as a guide. Use them as a guide. Let them help you. Because that's what their whole life is for. That's what their life is for. That's how they even get remembered, or how they get involved or become involved in our lives at this stage. It's because it's exactly who you need at this stage. So really look it up and stay keen, stay interested. Those are two, but I'm going to take them. Yeah, keep your momentum. If anything else, Scorpio, keep your momentum. Okay, so your two final cards are the Ant and the Frog. We have patience and cleansing. I do think that these need to work in tandem. I do think that cleansing is part and parcel of getting away from something that isn't working for you. Remember building blocks here when we talk about cleansing. We're talking about getting rid of things that no longer serve you or serve your highest good. So a cleansing is necessary, Scorpio, absolutely. Is this emotional, financial, spiritual? Yep, all of it. But particularly whatever is most prominent to you this week, of course, take it one by one. And then with the patience, please have patience with yourself. Try to keep a sense of humor. Try to keep a little bit light. Remember that everything is a process, everything will take time, and momentum is one heck of a drug. It's its own thing. You just merely have to get things going, and then they will keep momentum on themselves. I think honestly, what I'm seeing at the end of all this is that chaos and conflict as a general energy may just help as more of a propulsive energy for you this week. This is just not allowing you to get lazy and comfortable with regard to making changes. So that's what I'm seeing here. If you have a second, let me know how this works out for you. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel because I upload videos for your sign every single week. So until we meet next time, take good care, Scorpio. Bye for now.